and it's what I call an unusual funeral.
Very fitting.
A lot of years ago, while I was working, I worked as a home help and then a care worker. And I used to visit people in their homes to help them with tasks that they needed to keep them in their homes. But there was one man, chap called Tony Jackson, who needed a lot of care. He had MS. Anyway, we just used to get chatting sometimes, and anyway, as the care workers, there was a team of us and a team of nurses took care of his every need. And he had a number of friends, including Brian Ferry, who I gather was part of Roxy Music. He would call to see him often, whenever he could, which he had a number of friends who used to call on him. But a few years earlier, he had organised his own funeral, and he'd organised a cardboard coffin to be delivered. And it was used in the bedroom. We used it as a storage box to keep his blankets and bedding in. And one morning, when I arrived to be met by the nurses who had got there before me, Tony had died through the night. It was sad for us, but a release for him, because it's not a very pleasant thing to be coping with. He was taken to the Crem on a truck. His friends all carried him, this cardboard coffin, onto a kind of truck that I can recall, to the crematorium. And when the coffin was there, the curtains were left open all the time. There were a lot of speeches made with friends, quite a few people there. And then sorry about that, I've lost off. And then a lot of people started playing musical instruments, and there was a lot of musical instruments, various kinds, and it was like jazz music. And then people started dancing, and it was like a big party atmosphere. There was lots of music and dancing, and that went on and on and on. And we thought it was never going to end. It was trombones and trumpets, etc. But when we at last decided to go, because we had other work to go to, we left after about an hour, but the party was still going in full swing. So we can't say that it was a dull funeral. But being a small world as it is, two of our team members remembers Tony Jackson. He had a bookshop in the Handyside Arcade. So that was quite unusual for people to, remember. And that's it, thank you.
Yes, the Handyside Arcade, what a wonderful place that used to be. And I remember, I'm one of the people who remember Tony Jackson in his shop, Ultima Thule. Some of you out there might remember it too.